You and I are a collection of experiences. Now, these experiences don't define us, but they shape largely who we are. The Yielded Leadership Journey is a roadmap to help us better understand how these experiences have shaped who we are today. What you'll first notice about the tool is there's a road through the middle. The road has a starting point, but doesn't yet have an ending point. It includes 3 different phases: early childhood at the bottom right, adolescence in the middle, and adulthood. Together, we're going to use this tool to consider the formative experiences during each phase which have shaped your development, both positive and negative. In early childhood, authority figures are largely writing into our story. We don't get to choose what family we're born into, what parents we do or don't have, what relatives or the other key authority figures that surround us. When we transition to adolescence, an awareness starts to happen, where the individual starts to look at the pen and go, oh my gosh, I have the ability to actually write my own story. Now, they don't have the ability to actually pick up the pen and start writing because they still largely rely on others for their development, but there is a self-awareness, and that's what's happening in that adolescent stage. In adulthood, what happens is the individual actually picks up the pen and starts to write their own story. Using independent decisions, the challenge here is there's not a view of long-term consequences and how they begin to shape tendencies for the long term. For those of you that are more analytical or numbers-driven, you're probably going to be aware of the 3 boxes in early childhood, 3 boxes in adolescence, and the 6 for adulthood. But you're not limited by these 3 boxes. You can have multiple developmental experiences in early childhood. You can have more than 3 in adolescence. You can have more than 6 in adulthood. What we want to do is we want to get the most pivotal ones. In our experience, it's not necessarily whether the experience was positive or negative that shapes who you are. But in fact, if you go back to the event itself, you want to look at the people you're surrounded by. For example, cancer, you and I would probably agree, is a horrible, horrible thing. We would never wish cancer on anybody. But you may have talked to somebody that said, cancer was the best thing that happened to me in my life. The reason being is they took that negative experience, they grew to know more about themselves, and then the people around them came around to help better understand and shape who they are. Whether you're going to be using the Yielded Leadership Journey with us in a facilitated session, or you want to do some self-discovery on your own, you're going to need to take some time. Divide up the 3 sections, maybe get a stack of sticky notes. List out all those experiences that you can remember. Put them in the appropriate phase, and then start identifying the most impactful to you. As you're looking back through your experiences, you want to be aware of 2 things. 1, themes. Is there something that shows up in each 3 of the phases? The other thing you want to be aware of is those pivotal moments that may have changed the trajectory at a certain point in time. The next step is for you to actually download the tool and to work through the exercise yourself. It may be with Yielded in a facilitated session or by yourself individually. However, the real power is actually working through your story and then sharing that with others.